We have to change our mindset in order for us to be able to push through. Just be like, I feel fear, I feel this feels scary, and you remove yourself from that situation. You know that it's just a phase and it's going to pass. Change how we also perceive the problem or the environment around us. We are all a team doing our best to make the entire planet a better place. Hi everyone, welcome back to Inspired Up Podcast, and it's me, your host Princess. So for the past week, I have been thinking a lot about being resilient because it is something that we need, transitioning from being a teenager to an adult. You need to become more resilient with the things that you're facing because you're no longer dealing with childlike problems. You're starting to deal with real life issues. So I've been thinking about resilience and I've been wondering, is it just about pushing through? How can it be? How can I push through? Like, it's so difficult to push through even when I know that I should be pushing through. I know that this situation is not going to last forever, but how can I still make it to the finish line? But then I realized resilience is not just about pushing through. It is actually a mindset shift. We have to change our mindset in order for us to be able to push through. And us trying to push through, we have to first change how we think. We have to first change how we perceive ourselves. And we have to change how we also perceive the problem or the environment around us. So for this episode, I just want to share a few tips or mindset shifts that has come to me through my thinking. Because I've been in a lot of journaling. I've been in my fields trying to make the best out of everything. The first mindset shift on resilience is to know that your emotions are feelings and not a fact. You don't have to keep identifying with these emotions. You don't have to keep telling yourself you are this person, you are this person. On the podcast 2 weeks ago, I talked about courage and being afraid and being scared and the difference between being afraid and being scared. And being afraid is a state of being. So don't tell yourself that you're afraid. Just be like, I feel fear, I feel this feels scary. And then it's just you remove yourself from that situation. You know that it's just a phase and it's going to pass. But when you identify with something, you keep affirming it to yourself. You keep telling yourself that you're afraid. You keep telling yourself that you're such an afraid person. You're not the type of person that can do this, that can do this. It's going to remain with you. But when you treat your emotions as feelings and not fact, these are not true and you can change it however you want it. So stop constantly thinking of one emotion and making it take over your mind and putting that as your whole identity. No, you're so much more than this thing that you're struggling with. You're so much more than what you're trying to get over. So when you're able to separate your identity from the emotion that you're feeling, it tricks your brain into realizing that this will pass, just like every other thing else. The next one is to realize how lucky you are. I was watching a TikTok the other day and this girl was showing her 12-hour work days and how she's so busy. But at the end of each day, she always reminds herself how lucky she is to be able to chase her dreams and build the life that she wants. So if you're currently trying to build the life that you want and you know that it's so difficult, it's so hard, just know that this is an opportunity. Like, you are living people's dreams. Some people don't have the ability or even the resources to be able to build the life that they want. They have no clue, they have no idea. But here you are with these resources and you're able to build your dream life. But it's difficult, but it's hard. You're not seeing results yet and you just want to give up. So the mindset shift here is that you just need to see this as an opportunity. You have the opportunity to chase your dreams. You have the opportunity to even work. Some people want to work, but they don't have work to do. And if you don't do it, just know that your wasted potential is going to keep haunting you. You're never going to forget what could have been. You're never going to forget who you would have become. You're never going to forget if actually you were going to be able to do something. So just keep going and we'll see how far it goes. Tell yourself, okay, I'll see how it goes. I'll see the best that I can do. I'm going to put in my best. Let me see how good it's going to get. Because if you give up, there are zero chances of you ever being what you want to be. But if you put in the work and you keep going, it's like a 50% chance. It's either you win or you lose. And there are endless outcomes of what could happen if you keep on going. So why not choose the 50-50 route instead of going full on 0%? And what I've been thinking about so much is that there are people who are less talented than you, less intelligent than you, but they are doing way more than you. Why? Because of courage, because of discipline, because of resilience. But there you are, so talented, so smart, but then you just don't want to put in the work because it's just so difficult, or because you don't feel like doing it, or you feel like giving up. Don't be that person that just throws away their talent and throws away their intelligence just because it was too hard. Don't be that person. And the next mindset shift is to know and remember that there were times where you were facing something and you thought this was definitely the end. This is the hardest thing I've ever come across. But here you are now. You're not facing that anymore. You've overcome it and you barely even think about it. So know that whatever you're facing through right now, in a few years, if you keep going, the keyword is if you keep going. In a few years, if you keep going, you're barely even going to think about this moment. It's just be like, oh wow, there was a time where blah, blah, blah happened, and you go about your life. You're happy, you're fulfilled in your new life, in the life that you've built because you kept on going. If you choose to let what you're going through hold you down, then it's going to become your whole life. It's going to be all you think about. Tomorrow, you're still going to be thinking about this problem. If you don't try to move up from this problem, the problem is going to literally be your whole life. Instead of it just being in the past as a memory, it's going to be in the present and it's going to direct the trajectory of your life because you allowed it to. And I actually saw this on Reddit and I thought it was so beautiful. I'm just going to read it out now. Look around. Look at the concrete, the buildings, all the structures in general. Everything is moving around because those people didn't give up. And you owe those people. You have to contribute to society for them, for yourself. It doesn't matter what your contribution is. Engineering, the next AI, cooking food, McDonald's. We are all a team doing our best to make the entire planet a better place. Just think about it. Thousands of people who speak different languages manage to come together to build the most amazing things. Our lives really are a modern marvel. Superheroes have nothing on us. And I think it's so beautiful because we just want to be all up in our fields and be like, I just want to give up. The things that you're using, this mic that I'm using to record this podcast, I'm very sure it wasn't like so easy to make on the first try, like, oh, boom, here is this mic. I'm sure the person that invented it took their time. It wasn't easy, it was hard. And now I'm able to enjoy their hard work. I'm able to enjoy them putting in the work, them putting in their hours. Phones that you're using, it wasn't on the first try that they just got it working so amazing and so well. It was years of iteration, years of doing, trying again and again and again. So we owe it to all these people to make life a better place. If you don't play your part, then you're making life a less better place. So why not just play your part? You don't have to create the next AI or you don't have to create the next iPhone, but you just have to do something good that would make the world a better place. Whatever it may be, don't give up on that because the things you're enjoying is because other people did not give up. And the next one, which is such a, it makes me cry really, is to just imagine the people that you would let down if you give up. I'm sure there are people that have sacrificed things for you to be where you are. I'm sure there are people that have put their own things aside just to make sure that you're good. I'm also sure you have friends that really admire you and are counting on you and just want to see you do good in your life, or family members that also want to see you do good in your life. So imagine just letting them down. Imagine saying, you know what, I don't feel good today, tomorrow, I don't know if I'm ever going to feel good. I'm just going to give up and not work hard anymore. I'm just going to not keep pushing in my life. How would they feel? You know what, if you can't do it for yourself, then do it for them. And if you feel, okay, well, I don't have anybody counting on me or anybody that have sacrificed anything for me, I built all this by myself, I'm my own person. Okay, good, perfect. But what about your past self? How would your past self that brought you to where you are, how would she feel knowing that you just got there and you gave up? How would your future self feel knowing that you just let her down, you got to a point and then you just didn't want to keep going to reach the life that you want to build? Your past self will be so sad knowing that you gave up because all her struggle, all her pushing was for what? For nothing. So make everything that she has done to bring you where you are, make it make sense and make your future self proud by still putting in the effort. And if these 2 points still doesn't make you move, if there's no one that sacrificed anything for you, if your past self, you don't really care about her, then definitely there are people that want to see you fail. There are people that are like, yes, she's not good. There are people that have a perception of you that they want to see it manifest so bad in your life, and you don't want them to win. You don't want their bad manifestations to happen. If they say, yeah, you're not the type of person that works hard, prove them wrong. If they feel like you're not the type of person that would do this, you're not the type of person that will do that, if they feel like you're just useless, if they feel like you're not good enough, it's time to prove them wrong. Like, this is your opportunity to prove them wrong. So don't let the naysayers have their way in your life. You decide what you want to be, and you decide how you want to show up. So when you make this mindset shifts, just things that you can remind yourself every single time, giving up would be way far from you, and trying to push through and seeing how good it can be will become the norm. You don't have to start with all the mindset shifts, just one that you can really, really hold on to. And the one I'm holding on to is really trying to make the world a better place, because I know there are things I'm enjoying because other people didn't give up. So I want to also pour that back into the world and let people enjoy things that I did because I didn't give up. So if you enjoyed this episode, leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next week's episode.